the Khaiza has played offline and online the King of Fighters 15 open beta. We have played it, we have researched it, we have played a lot of it, and this is gonna be like my impressionistic impressions about KOF 15, the time that I had offline and online, how I felt about it, what are the pros and cons of the open beta test for one of my most upcoming like fighting games of next year, which will be coming out in February something 2022, right? One of my highly anticipated video games, highly anticipated fighting games to be more specific. And I'm pretty sure everybody saw, some people saw like my almost 8 hours. This is the longest stream that I've had with a KOF game. The longest fighting game stream that I've had on this channel to date. I don't think there was like any other game that like pushed the boundaries of like 6 to 7 hours, or maybe even like 5 to 6 to be exact. Cause damn, like KOF was like really like grabbing me by the balls, or like SNK was really grabbing me by the balls a little bit, grab my scrotum, of just how like fun it is, but also like very stark it is, and in like a bad way. And well, let's just get like started on like KOF 15 like description. So for those that don't know, KOF 15, SNK put out a notice for a open beta test, which is like a trial period that's usually done in like fighting games, a la like Grand Blue for the closed beta, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Guilty Gear, etc. Right? There's like a demo, like an open beta for people to like grab like a free version of the game, but not like the whole game, and just like get their nitty gritties, their paws to play on like a fighting game. And so SNK did that for KOF 15. Again, one of the most highly anticipated like fighting games coming next year. And I gotta say, the pros, I'll say the pros first, is that first of all, it's KOF, right? It's crazy high octane team-based like fighting game. Very different. When you think of like teams, you think of like, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom or Dragon Ball FighterZ, or what else? The new Project L, like League Fighter, right? You expect like assists and everything. You expect to like call on like your homies and like in the fraction of a second. No, the game is like structurally a team game. So what that means is that you organize like a team, like you could pick like 3 people. In some cases, in like older KOF games, you pick like 4, and then you go to online and just like fight with your respective character, who is like first, second, or third, and you can choose them with like any order, right? Whoever's like first will go first with like limited power, then second will be like getting a little bit more power or like 1 extra bar, and then the third is like your anchor, which will have like access to like full 5 bars and like other special abilities that you can get in the game, right? And that's what KOF is, and I always like that, because you know it doesn't play like a traditional 2D fighter, like let's say Street Fighter, or to some extent like Mortal Kombat, or even like not even close to like the crazy amount of like things that you find in a anime fighter, right? Even though this like has anime elements, but it's a little bit different, right? KOF has like the ability where you have like overly complex like combos and like tight frame like links and systems like that. And albeit SNK has a bit known to be a little bit of a batch, like a hardwire batch for like hard as fuck inputs. Like I think everybody here has felt the feeling of like just breaking their goddamn fingers doing like pretzel motions for Geese Howard, or doing like double fireball forward, or like half circle back to forward motions. It's a killer. It's a killer at most. That's why most fighting games nowadays like nerf that down to, like, let's say Dragon Ball FighterZ for instance. They only have like a few motions, like fireball forward and fireball back. Some are like down down, but it's only mostly 2 motions, and that's really it. And KOF or SNK really lives up to that tale of just like overly complex like motions and things like that, even though like it's trying to be more simplistic and not have like not crazy motions like charge down to up, like charge motions, or even like something's like down back to forward, you know what I mean? But it still retains that SNK like elements. But other than like inputs, KOF is like a fantastic game if you like doing like air juggles, or like you want to like rack your brain on like combos. If you're like a very like combo centric person like I am, then this KOF is really good for you, because every character has like interesting combos that make them really like shine out and do like big unga bunga damage, you know? And what's funny enough is that KOF 15 combo structure is very, very much similar to the KOF 14 combo structure. You could essentially say that like KOF 14 is like the basis, the groundwork, the foundation for King of Fighters 15. If anybody has played King of Fighters 14, they would probably feel more comfortable with KOF 14, then they'll probably feel more comfortable with KOF 15, because it's like an easy flow. And of course, there's much more interesting mechanics with KOF 15 added included, you know? You get like Shatter Break, you get, I think you get Shadow Break, that's it. You get Blue Max Mode, you get Blue Max Mode, you get Purple Max Mode, you get EXs back. So you get a little bit of like everything on top of like KOF 14 isms, which is great. That's cool. Giving players like a little bit more options to do like crazy dank combos and a lot of like cool looking stuff, and with high rigorous damage, right? And that really excels that well, because I like KOF, I like the combo structure, I like seeing like cool swaggy shit, doing cool swaggy shit, because that's like the other spectrum of being like a fighting game player, is that, oh, I want to like, there's always like, oh, I want to like win, or I want to like do this and that, I just only want to learn like mix-ups, or like to learn online. Highly respectable. I deeply like respect guys who like can just like jump in online and just like press buttons. That's okay, right? But if you want to like look cool, if you want to like impress a crowd, if you want to like impress some ladies, you know, or like get people going into like fighting games, right? You want to like do some like cool shit. You want to do some like crazy rack your brain type of stuff, and that's what like KOF does. It's like, what if I do this, or what if I do that? I love like that puzzle, like figuring out element of FGs, and that's what I'll like carry like to this day. That's what I'll like carry to this day, and I'm never gonna like let that go. It's always gonna be like, I always like more combos and infinite possibilities of what you can do, rather than something like, okay, I have limited combos, and that's really much I can go look forward to. That's why I didn't like, let's say Grand Blue for instance. Not that it's a bad game, but characters just do the same repetitive shit, and I don't like, you know, repetitiveness. I want to see some like unique stuff that you can do. I want to see crazy shit that only this character can do, or this player can do, once you like rack your brain about it, you know? And that's what I like. And, you know, SNK has that. SNK has, like, tight execution combos, although, albeit, you know, combos can be kind of hard, you know, depending on the person, right? But, combos can be really rewarding, and, like, you can, like, pay them off, or not pay them off. Has an exciting like payoff. Like if you land it while online against somebody, or like landed against a friend, you feel kind of proud of like, wow, did I just do that? Let me see if I could like replay that again, you know? That's what I like. And the KOF 15 combos have like no shortage of that. I love like combos. I love like labbing combos, even though I didn't get them 100% of the time, which of the online, which I'll explain later. But it was really fun just to like practice these combos and just like get insane unga bunga damage. Even though most of the time in online I won't get them, right? I won't get them. But yeah, the game style, the gameplay is really good. The characters are awesome, even though there are only like 8 characters in the beta. Kyo, Iori, Chizuru, Team Sacred Treasures, Dolores, Thick Mud Lady. Then there's Shunyi, new protagonist. And then there's Chris, Yashiro, and Shermie, Team CYS. CYS, yes, the rock band team. And yeah, a lot of like, kind of a little bit of like variety in there. You get to see different team compositions, different like abilities, different like show-offness, and that's really cool. And also, another con about KOF 15 is that it has rollback netcode, and rollback netcode is like a better fighting game netcode rather than something like delay-based netcode. And what, again, I'll say it again to those that don't know rollback netcode. Rollback netcode is what Japanese fighting game development teams are doing to prevent that, because now we hit the era of like COVID, is that let's make most of our games with the best online networking as we possibly can, and just like work on that. The first one to do that was Arc System Works with Guilty Gear Strive, and lo and behold, Guilty Gear Strive is one of the best played fighting games to this day because of rollback netcode. You can play matches like almost seamlessly, and then there's other ones like Melty Blood, and now with King of Fighters 15. So it definitely is like a saving grace for King of Fighters, like the series that almost like Guilty Gear is known for like bad netcode. Like I remember I've seen like videos of dudes playing King of Fighters 14 online and even like 13, and it could be like total shite, right? Even though I never witnessed it, it can be total shite. However, with that being said, F15 rollback netcode is not the greatest thing, at least like for this open beta. Because, well, first of all, another pro about this open beta test for KOF 15 is that it's cross-playable, only between PS4 and PS5. So you can technically play people with a bigger like audience, right? So that's good, but that's where the con comes in. When I played, and this is my experience, so my experience could be totally different from someone else's who have played at least like good matches with KOF 15 open beta test. But with my experience of playing against motherfuckers playing with their PS4 controllers and on rollback netcode it was not a pleasant thing, because, you know, first of all, I'm a KOF newbie, right? So I don't know like how to do like fast paced or like very well executed like motions on like an arcade stick, because this game doesn't have dashes. It's very much like tap, double tap forward, double tap back, hyper jumps, you know, utilize the analog stick rather than have something like a dash button. Even though there are some characters that have like dashes embedded into them, but they're not quite like dashes. They don't have like a quick startup, a medium-sized active frames, and little like recovery, right? People on like PS4 have like rollback frames, and this is like for me playing a lot of like I feel PS4 players, right? with just level 3 or even sometimes level 2 connections, because in KOF 15 they rate the connection levels of like from 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest, 1 being like doo-doo garbage, and 5 being like the highest possible connection that you can have, right? 15 rollback netcode, I've played a lot of matches with like level 3 and above, and most of the matches that I've had were like level 3 bars, and they have rollback frames. The game does have like rollback frame indicators to tell you how many frames of like rollback are there for the game, right? And there were like 3 to 7. Literally like 3 to 7. Oh my god, like I could not like react on time to bitches like fucking doing moves without like you know, being meaty the fuck out, or like being emptied out, or like uppercutted out, or like thrown out by a lot of the shit, because the rollback frames for those matches were literally between 3 rollback frames and 7 being like absolute like dog shit, because it makes the game like unplayable, and characters are just like teleporting here and there. It makes it unreactable at that point. That's like bad rollback netcode, right? There are cases of rollback netcode being like absolute dog shit, and we've seen that before with like SF Cross T and other games, right? And of course also with what was it, Melty Blood, right? Melty Blood has rollback netcode, but yeah, I already said my experiences with Melty Blood, right? I don't think I need to say any more. But which reminds me, I should do Melty Blood stuff. God damn, how long has it been? I think the video is like long gone. But yeah, fucking KOF 15 has like rollback frames between like 3 to 7, and it was just nightmare inducing, because on top of like matching up with people who are PS4 users, PS4 users, or like the clientele of the people that I've played, were just jumping up and then crossing me up, or just like doing auto combo or like sweep, or just like doing some random insane horseshit. Like, okay, I get uppercuts, right? I get like level 3 like supers on Wake Up, right? I've seen this shit before. I've seen this in Grand Blue, I've seen this in Dragon Ball, I've seen this like almost any time, anywhere, in any fighting game. But you mean to tell me that you were literally like mashing on Light Punch on Wake Up while I'm trying to like meaty your ass, right? And then you did the most abhorrent thing, which was Light Punch into mash your fucking face on the controller like this, right? Mash your fucking face on the controller, and you get like a high damage combo. You get like an auto combo that transitions into a level 3 climax super. Are you fucking kidding me? At that point, I faced like something bitches that was using that mindset alone, and it just made me want to eat my hand. Cause like I get beat out a lot of the damn time. Of course, being as an SNK or like KOF noob, of course I'm gonna like deal with that shit, right? But the fact that you can just like sleaze your way through to like an auto combo, I do not like. It's just... I am literally fucking... Oh my god, he could just get auto combo just like that, and I'm trying my hardest just trying to find a fucking movement, and they just go... Like, I do not like that at all. It's so, like, disgusting, right? Yeah, of course, like, auto combos are there to, like, help casuals get into the game, right? But, god damn, I just faced like so many bitches that could just like cheese win the fuck out of that by just like slapping their hand on a controller, mostly on like a pad. I don't think they're gonna have like a fight stick. I would be surprised if it was like a fight stick, right? But slapping down on the pad and then just get like a 50% combo from just that, and I'm dead. It's disgusting. It made me like literally screech my goddamn like lungs off. I was so mad. I was so upset at that, of how much bullshit that they can get away with that for free, right? And that's where the problem lies, right? That's where the problem lies with like me with KOF 15. It's a great game, and when I get paired up with like people who really know well about like KOF like isms, like movement and hopping and like doing like low pokes into low strings and like all that shit, I deeply respect, alright? I find that like enjoyable because I want to get my ass beat by like people who really know about the game, or like other people who are like greenhorns like me, just trying to like learn the system. I don't necessarily learn much from an auto combo spammer. That shit really grinds my fucking gears. That guy is a fucking taint on humanity's soul. I do not like that one bit. Guys like jumping around, doing like CDs, or just doing like kicks and like making it hard to like make them stay on the ground, or like guys that are like doing like cross-ups and then doing just like light punch into like that shit. I hate that. Movement! All of a sudden they just do that shit! Go back to your class, Spy! I'm fine! Mommy, don't tell me to pause right now, just leave me be! That's where, like, the biggest con I feel. Yeah, I need to learn how to counter those strats, right? But by the time they do, like, a cross-up, or by the time I, like, react to it, and I'm a slow reactionary player, I gotta, like, figure that, it would already be, like, too late for me to figure that out, you know? And it was disgusting. Yeah, but, yeah, like, KOF, like, is a good game, right? I'm not saying that's bad or anything. It was just only bad with the people that I've, like, played against and how much bullshit that they, like, got away with. But overall, like, outside of the cons, I want to, like, focus on the pros a little bit more, which is, like, rollback, KOF, you know, KOF is cool, KOF is cool, there's, like, cool things that you can do, right? But I gotta, like, give consideration to the cons, and I gotta give it, like, a solid, like, 7 out of 10, right? Like, there's, like, loading errors, there's also that con as well, there's also a lot of, like, crazy things that, it doesn't jive well too much with King of Fighters. And I want King of Fighters to be good. It's one of my favorite fighting game like series, right? Has like that coolness factor to it. It's just, it needs to be tweaked a little bit and refined a little bit to be played and bet, and a little bit almost at the similar pace to Guilty Gear Strive Online, where Guilty Gear is like touted as like some of their best entries in the series, and as one of the best fighting games of this year. Like, I would like that. I would like that a lot for SNK to, like, dive deep and, like, just tweak some things, you know? Just need some more, like, fine tweaking. That's it. With Soul Calibur, I don't think you could do anything more other than hope for, like, the next game. But with KOF 15, I have a little bit of hope that, like, SNK will do, like, better next time and just, like, tweak. And yes, this is a beta, but I'm just like judging it so hard on the beta that I would like for SNK or someone at like SNK to hear like these like pleas and cries, you know, or like stomping on the ground, so they can still fix it. Exactly, so they can still fix it, you know? That's only like my only hope. KOF is cool, KOF is nice, but this beta gave me like a 50-50 like taste. You should like write it down. I would love to, but unfortunately, SNK doesn't have those like survey boxes where you have after open beta test. I don't think so. They should have some way to report it. Yes, exactly. They should have like some way to report it. But I mean, I can't call the shots. I don't work at SNK, so I can't really like say. I can like retweet and report, but yeah, it sucks. I'll just like I'll just like make a video and have it like reach to like some ears that like maybe SNK is like listening, you know? That's the thing. Okay. Anyway, 7 out of 10, KOF 15 beta. I would, you know, now that I'm talking about it, I would like for KOF 15 to have like a second open beta to like judge and not be based on like the first one. Because I would like there to be like more betas to come and like switch around like characters, you know? But the only problem with like open betas is that it will give like a Street Fighter V type of feel, where it will be more like competitive rather than something like casual. And, you know, look how well Street Fighter V turned out with multiple betas, and on the game at launch there was like no single player content, there was no casual level appeal at all for SF5 until it got to like season 4 or 5. But anyway, KOF 15 beta, I would like to have more. I would like to have more open betas. I would like them to tweak some things, but right now as it stands for this beta alone, it's a 7 out of 10. I just gotta like learn more about KOF isms. And honestly, I would like to like jump back into it. You know, it's like a love-hate relationship type of thing. I love KOF, but damn, I can't stand like the type of like movement that I have to do with KOF. Nor do I like the clientele of like, you know, nor do I like the fucking, what was it, the people with PS4 users take long loading screens. Sometimes there's an error and you get like rollback frames of like 3 to 7 at best. It sucks. Chicago Punish, definitely a Chicago Punish. I definitely got Chicago Punished hard, and I could do the same back, where you just like do nothing. Where they just like do nothing, they read your uppercut and then just do nothing. But anyway, I think we talked enough about KOF, so I'm just like leave it at there.